just for people that are tuning in to watch, your assertion, and just so that I'm clear on it too, is that men make better EMS providers on the whole and better leaders within EMS. Is that a correct statement?
Yes, but I think, let me clarify a little more. It's just skills. It's overall. I think men provide a better service. Oh, I agree. And if you look at religions and other beliefs and stuff, females prefer female providers and stuff like that. Yeah, 100%, I agree. And that's why I believe females are needed in EMS. So, yeah, I don't know. I think our differences are so small, it's insignificant, and we're talking about almost nothing that makes a difference at the end of the day.
Well, I would say the differences aren't small, because the assertion that men make better providers, blanket statement, and make better leaders is a
little bit of a rage bait. A little bit of a rage bait topic.
But listen, I asked you to verify.
Makes for a good podcast, guys.
I asked you to verify, and I verified it with you, and you said that's what you were sticking to. So if that's what you believe, cool. If it's not what you believe, then we shouldn't have said it.
No, I believe it, and I believe I said it with kind of a hyperbolic to kind of get the live, to kind of get the views and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of a rage bait, but no, I do believe it. Like I said, the differences are so slight, insignificant, and then what women do bring into the field that men don't have, I would say significantly makes up for those few shortages women do have. I think we should play more to the strengths of women and more to the strengths of men. My overall point is men and women aren't equal. We both have strengths, we both have weaknesses. We need to play to those strengths, play to those weaknesses.
I heard an echo in here, because I'm pretty sure that's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah,
so do you stand by your initial statement then?
I stand by my initial statement to just a slight the physical fitness, and the financial side of it. I'm not saying it outweighs like all women in EMS. Is that what I want to say? I don't know how to phrase that without getting myself into too much trouble.
I think you're past that point, unfortunately. But
look, we need females in EMS. Does the slight significant financial gain of hiring men outweigh the positive side of what female EMS workers bring in the EMS? That would be probably something I would need to look more into for sure.
So do we still stand by our original statement, or no? Is the question, because we've kind of gone in circles of definitions a little bit.
Oh yeah. No, I stand by my statement.
So if we should be celebrating and playing off of the strengths of men and women, then how does that match up with your statement? Because the two really don't go well together at all.
I would say, like I stated before, just the overall turnover of females, injuries on the job, physical and mental, women taking more time off of work, women less years total on the job, all that affects the taxpayers in the end. I mean, that's the real only difference, and like you said, a little physical, but does that really make a difference? Does that really affect patient care that much? I don't know.
But again, you drew a pretty stark line in saying you said that men make better EMS providers. That's a very specific statement. That's not
going
just,
back.
oh yeah, you can kind of do some physical things a little bit different. Like we've completely flip-flopped here on where we're at. I agree with you that there's distinctions. I agree that we should be celebrating the differences, but that's completely contradictory to your original statement.
Studies show 30 to 50% for physical injuries on the job, more of females. So a female throws out her back, injures her foot, whatever happens. Stretcher rolls over it, whatever it is. They need time off. Now the taxpayers have to pay another paramedic overtime or even hire another paramedic to cover that shortage. That's just the reality of things.
But that doesn't mean, that doesn't equate to, well, women are the inverse of your statement is that women are subpar EMS providers. Because if the statement is that men make better EMS providers, then the implication is that women make subpar providers. That's where the issue is. And being a provider isn't just can you lift somebody and move somebody, but can you clinically perform? Can you do the job well? Can you do it as much, if not better, than the other people?
One party, females of course that I'm talking about, quits more often, gets injured more often, let's just say those two things for the lack of everything else, which costs the taxpayers more money. That slight difference, not even taking into consideration the physical fitness or any of the other stuff we discussed, just that alone, I would say, would make men as a better EMS provider for the community because it costs the community less money.
So let's take this to the logical extent. So if men make better EMS providers, okay. So the logical extent to that should be, well, if men make the best EMS providers, then we should aim to have exclusively men in the workforce. Is that a fair implication of your statement?
I would say no.
So let me ask the question this way then. Let's say you flip the switch and all of the providers in EMS were male right now. What would we lose?
I think you would save lots of money.
Aside from money, though, because we've already established that saving a penny is not always in the best interest of the patient. Agreed. So what do we lose if you make that switch? And is that loss enough to justify the alleged workman's comp issue?
No, I see that point a little bit. I see it full-heartedly. I can see that point. Like, does that financial difference make up for the loss of positive things females bring into the field, into the profession? I'm not sure. That's a good question. Something I'm gonna have to think of. I don't have the answer right now, to be honest with you.
Hypothetically, let's say that was true, that women are truly costing more on workman's comp claims. And that's a worthwhile benefit to say, hey, there's a lot, that's a worthwhile exchange to say, hey, there's a lot of benefits that we have to having our female counterparts. It's not worth sacrificing, or saving that little bit of money to sacrifice them. That's just not, it's a very short-sighted way of looking at it when you take everything to its logical extent.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty solid argument. I don't know which way I would lean on that, which side of the coin I would land on there, to be honest with you. I would have to do some more research and look into that a little more myself. So, but I would say you changed my mind pretty good. You gave me some great things to think about. That last thing definitely threw me for a loop. The cost cover the positive things females, that definitely threw me for a loop. I definitely have to think about that some, sit with that for a little bit.